about today?
Actually, I had a special request.
You did?
I did, to talk about how much auto insurance you should carry.
That's a great question. So what do you think about that?
Well, my standard answer is always to buy as much insurance as you can afford. But to be a little more specific, the only thing that you're required to carry here in Florida is the property damage of $10,000 and $10,000 in PIP. So if you hit someone and you cause an accident and you get sued, there's absolutely no coverage to provide for the other person's injury.
Mm-hmm.
So I always tell people, if you have assets or you have things that you want to protect, if someone sues you and you don't want them to take your things that are not constitutionally protected, like your home, then that's how much coverage you should take out. If you have, hundreds of thousands of dollars in the bank, you should probably take hundreds of thousands of dollars in coverage.
Yeah, it's incredible that that's the law, that you're not required to have bodily injury coverage, and people should at least have $10,000 in bodily injury coverage, because then the insurance company owes you a duty to defend. Because I don't know how many times we have that experience where somebody comes to us, they've caused an accident, the insurance company is not going to represent them because they don't have that bodily injury coverage, and they're getting sued because they have a little bit of money. So at least get $10,000 so that you get the benefit of the insurance company hiring an attorney and providing a defense for you. But in terms of protecting assets, yeah, you really got to kind of analyze what your assets are. I don't know if you need to do dollar for dollar, but something, so that you can make go away. Because, a lot of accidents, maybe the value is under $50,000 or under $100,000. That might be sufficient for a lot of people in most cases. The other thing is the angle, needing to have that bodily injury coverage so that you have uninsured or underinsured motorist coverage. That's really important.
Absolutely. And the one thing you can do is there's a thing called umbrella coverage in the state of Florida. So the requirement is that you have at least $300,000 in bodily injury coverage. And after you have the $300,000, actually the cost of a $1 million or up umbrella is actually not that much.
Right.
I know it does cost you a bit to get to the 300, but after you pay for the 300, the cost of the umbrella is not that expensive, and it is so worth it because that's complete peace of mind for most people.
Yeah, because most accidents are not getting in $1 million in damages. So you're covering like 95% of all accidents that you would ever be involved in. It would have to be a really tragic, horrible accident to be beyond $1 million. So yeah, umbrella coverage is a great option as well if you feel like you have a lot of assets.
The other thing that I would recommend is that uninsured motorist is really important, because if someone in the state of Florida hits you, they do not have insurance or they don't have enough insurance. The only way for you to recover, unless you can seize assets, is through your own uninsured motorist coverage. It's an extra line of coverage that protects you should someone without enough coverage hit you. So I would recommend to everyone, it is expensive. It is the more expensive coverage, but it really can save you. I mean, someone hits you, you're out of work for months at a time, you're severely injured. There is no way to recover in some cases. So protect yourself by having your own uninsured motorist coverage.
Yeah, that's critical. And then you can also kind of expand that coverage if you stack your coverage, which essentially means you just multiply that coverage amount by the number of cars you have. But definitely get some insurance that will cover you from all the yahoos out there driving around South Florida, because it's real.
Yes, it is.